The United States has just approved a historic defense budget, nearly $1 trillion. That makes it the largest military budget in American history and the biggest anywhere in the world. This is not just about spending. This is about power, priorities, and red lines. President Donald Trump has signed the National Defense Authorization Act, or NDAA, the single most important military decision America makes every year. And this year, it comes with a record price tag, $891 billion, more than any defense bill before it, and even more than the White House requested. Congress passed it with overwhelming bipartisan support. At home, the message is simple: strengthen the force. U.S. service members will receive a nearly 4% pay raise. The Pentagon is moving forward with new warships, advanced aircraft, and next-generation missile systems. And funding for President Trump's ambitious Golden Dome missile defense shield is now locked into law. The bill also reflects Trump's political priorities. Diversity and inclusion programs at the Pentagon are being shut down, and transgender women are barred from competing in women's sports at military academies. But the real signals are being sent beyond America's borders. First, Europe. Despite President Trump's skepticism toward NATO, Congress has drawn clear limits. U.S. troop levels in Europe cannot fall below 76,000. Major military equipment cannot be withdrawn quickly, and support for NATO's eastern flank, especially the Baltic states, is being reinforced. Next, Ukraine. Congress has approved $800 million in weapons aid spread over 2 years, funding U.S. defense companies and guaranteeing continued military support, regardless of political turbulence. Then comes the sharpest focus of all, China. Washington is tightening the screws. American investments in sensitive Chinese technologies will now face strict scrutiny. U.S. companies must notify the Treasury Department before investing in high-risk sectors like semiconductors and quantum computing. Federal funding for certain Chinese biotech firms is restricted, and U.S. diplomats are expanding surveillance of Beijing's global influence. That pressure extends to the Indo-Pacific. The bill fully funds the $1 billion Taiwan Security Cooperation Initiative, authorizing continued U.S. military training for Taiwanese forces, and limits have been placed on reducing American troop levels in South Korea. In West Asia, Congress makes a historic move. The legal authorizations behind the Iraq wars are repealed, ending powers that had lasted for decades. Lawmakers are reclaiming their constitutional role over decisions of war. Sanctions imposed on Syria in 2019 are lifted, aimed at supporting post-war reconstruction, and Israel remains a top priority. The bill provides full funding for Israel's missile defense systems, including Iron Dome and David's Sling. Closer to home, active duty troops are authorized at the U.S.-Mexico border, and Congress has tightened oversight of recent U.S. military operations in the Caribbean, including near Venezuela. So what does all this add up to? This is not just a budget. It's a blueprint for American power in the year ahead. Congress has drawn red lines the president cannot cross. Allies are being reassured that America's commitments will hold, and rivals are being warned. Washington is watching more closely than ever before.